The Rakan picked in an awkward position for Keria earlier on in the season as well. That didn't go all that well when that gamble was taken. Starting on his blue, as you can see, was easily able to take down the Rift Scuttler as Zeka gets into the river. Seismic shove, we didn't really want to watch because Zeka just gets thrown back into a bunch of rocks and then is taken out. That's Diablo getting the kill as well with a Void Seeker, which is a big deal. Walk out of the way. Peanut going to utilize that advantage to try and go for some grubs here as Kellen's going to make his way in. That's a flash, but nothing else. As he's trampling, but otherwise not really finding anything there as the rocks go down. Seismic shove going to push Peanut towards them. One grub already secured here as the wall is going to go down. And now Zeka going to get interrupted, so he does have to flash. No Realm Warp for you. So first grub does go over to HLE as Wind becomes lightning and the grub becomes back in its house.
Well, you gotta be careful. Oh, and Kellen doesn't connect again.
Kellen's doing some weird stuff this game. However, I guess grub advantage over to BNK. Side to Gwen versus Kaiser is feeling like it's pretty good for the Gwen. As Peanut, as we say it, pops over the wall and is going to be able to take down the grubs.
Yes, flex change.
Yep. That was only the first streak as well, so not exactly the earliest one. Snip, snip, goes Zeus. As Diablo just walks into the mist. It does get moved. Kellen being frustrating here.
Oh, TP coming in. They're looking for this.
All right. Seeing whether they can collect at least one of these grubs. On a ward is Raptor. That is 2 grubs picked up by Peanut though. As now the Talia comes in, but HLE able to regroup. BNK, I don't think they're going to be able to get one of these. Kellen's going to move over. Raptor can actually get into position. Chains of Corruption comes down. Great flash from Delight as he does manage to get the quickness up. That is the secure as the Glacial Prison goes completely wide and BNK now just want to get out of there. Zeka on a flank angle is pretty scary. Here from HLE is Delight on the spot, but that ward has been shut down. Now Zeus just looking to deal with the minion wave. Delight with the quickness, trying to charm them all up underneath this turret as the teleport comes in. Zeus trying to keep himself alive and does so for a long time. Eventually does go down, but now HLE, can you find anyone? As Diablo's in trouble. And, ooh, not quite enough with that spell flux from Zeka. On through. And Peanut gets the inside track. Kellen now, it's his turn to rotate over. Zeka and Delight still here towards the top side, but nothing they can do about this turret. As BNK continue to make the right moves around the map.
Function did find the upset. Took a while.
Ooh, really nice moves there from Clear. I don't know whether it's going to be enough, and in fact it's not. But the sidestep with the Ghost Blade movement speed, kind of cute. As BNK going to be trading it for the second dragon of the game. Moving closer and closer to a soul point angle. As his Chemtech is going to go down. Next will be an Ocean, a little bit unfortunately.
I just think it's... BNK FEARX are in a good position, but I'm still worried.
Yeah, me too.
Zeus on Gwen, scary prospect.
I think the only thing that's sort of keeping me in it as far as like this Gwen is not going to be as much of a problem is that we just saw it lose. So it can lose.
I think Clear is maybe dead. Nope, Raptor's here to cover him, but it still could be.
Yeah, Zeus is going to throw out some needles towards him. Great Hammer going to move him back, but there is the knock-up. Peanut setting up that Q very, very nicely, and Clear doesn't have a turret to run back to. As now Zeus wants to try and keep Raptor and Kellen away as Peanut and Delight get the work done. As the teleport does come in, oh no, Kellen, I think he might be just cooked. That's a triple knock-up with the Pulverize, and then he just gets turned into mincemeat. Down he goes, chopped up by the Gwen.
The only consolation prize is there's no Atacant up right now for HLE to move over to, but just have Cleanse. Probably gonna have to use it here.
Yeah, the Ghost has been popped here by Viper as they see that Diablo has gone north.
Oh, he is.
And now he's likely to be just dead. Chains of Corruption will get cleansed, and then his life will also get cleansed.
You know, sometimes you can just not click your buttons.
The rest of his team, but there's an angle here for BNK to go for something perhaps. As Zeka finds himself on the wrong side of the wall and will have to flash over. Still, the Drake is going to be denied. HLE will lock down their first of the game. Probably the best of a bad situation here for BNK, though. Being able to get the flash out of Zeka is certainly something.
Running down, forcing things like the Alistar ult without fully committing. It's just very difficult for BNK FEARX to react to. And more gold for the Gwen.
Aggression. Kellen getting softened up a little bit, but the piercing arrows don't hurt as much with this version of... Okay, never mind. Diablo immediately having to hold as the Seismic Shove onto Peanut. The Crescent Guard not quite working out there as he is taken down. The quickness doing some work as Diablo just getting cut up by this Gwen, and he will get shut down. Now Zeka fighting against a couple as Vikler and Kellen trying to keep him at bay, but it's Peanut and Viper on the floor, and the Weaver's Wall should be able to lock down Delight as well. BNK finding the team fight despite Diablo going down.
Yeah, managing to get on top of Viper, who, even despite having the flash, ends up going down. So we saw Zeus get a lot of value in the fight, but his team kind of fell apart. Zeka did just get the level up for the Rod of Ages. A lot of low health bars, but still not willing to take this encounter.
Oh, nice
one
done.
Goes down. BNK FEARX able to pick that up, but
well,
no, quickly,
maybe.
give me answers. Why not? I need to tell them.
Yeah, Raptor is going to get zoned a little bit here by Zeka, though, so that is just the Voracious Otacon taken. Clean, no worries. It was the right play.
We didn't say why not, and HLE, they got it done, so...
Oh, BNK were like, well, maybe we'll take an inner turret as our response.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. With it being Voracious Otacon, it's not so much about the Otacon itself, as it's what you can get with the buff. So far, a minion wave.
Ooh, Hex Splash. Going to get Kellen amongst it. Azeus in a bit of trouble, or is Diablo? And the answer is Diablo. Never mind, it's a beautiful seismic shove angle, and it doesn't matter at all because Gwen exists, ladies and gentlemen. The needlework is gorgeous. Raptor trying to get out of there, and he will be able to make his way out, but Diablo's now on the floor. We're just doing the Baron. Look at how quickly it's going down. This is absolutely ridiculous. Down to 6K already. Raptor trying to get in there, but the grand entrance has to be avoided. Zeka holds him in place, and there it goes. Headbutt pulverized there from Kellen. Let's see whether they can find something. Another double seismic shove, and another one that means nothing.
Great read in this situation. The dragon would have been, I'm going to be honest, basically meaningless.
Yep.
A long way away from Soul still. If HLE would get it, it'd be mostly a denial from BNK FEARX. The Baron take very significant now, pushing down mid. That tower was already low.
Yeah, this one's going to go no matter what they do.
It's, yeah, goodbye.
So thankfully, BNK aren't going to invest too much in trying to defend that one, but can they keep their inner turret alive is the question, because with this Baron and the Voracious Otacon buff, HLE are so incredibly comfortable. Zeus in between turrets right now, does go golden as they take down the turret. That's going to be their priority, is now Viper getting engaged on by Diablo. He supercharges into the backline. The knock up a little bit too late, but still, he goes down. Zeka finding a lot of damage, but Kellen not hit by the last Q and will keep himself alive. A lot of withdrawals now coming in for HLE.
He's very scary.
He is.
The turrets as well. Oh my lord.
Yes, that turret is no longer alive because there's a lot of AP.
Yeah, I blinked and
that's called compromise.
this is Ocean Soul. Realm Orb coming in.
All right. Oh! Zeka just gets out of there, as now this could be a little bit of an awkward spot. Viper in the pit is a scary one, as Peanut just going in. Seismic shove is decent, and Vikler creates some space here, as now the charm comes through. Zeka goes golden there as well, and it's Viper starting to pop off in the fight. He's down to 50% health, but I don't know whether he's under any threat. And now Zeka finding damage onto Diablo. The Root Prison is out, and down he goes. Oh, never mind. That was actually just the Dragon. Diablo goes in, but he gets knocked up and destroyed. HLE, they leave the cow alive.
To punish him, because why would you anticipate that? Why would you anticipate the enemy AD carry teleporting right into the middle of your team?
Yeah, there must be a reason. And as it turned out, there wasn't really one. As now Kellen gets grievous wounds onto HLE, and HLE responds by destroying his Nexus. It was definitely a lot closer than a lot of us would have expected, but HLE still going to come out on top in the end.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.